Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numith Randor, and today we're picking up where we left off. Our main goal at the moment is to descend into Nokron, the Eternal City, and find what Ronnie seeks there. But before we get to that, let us speak with Lord Kenneth Height, heir to Limgrave. Now, I found on my way up here once again that the demi-humans that Kenneth summoned to serve him went insane and attacked me. So you have some explaining to do, Kenneth.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Yes, where should we find such a person, however?
I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Well, I'm not sure she would approve, but I do know one Nefeli Lu, descended of Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands. She is of noble class and of great strength and hardihood.
I must begin my sort of true and...
Nope, apparently you don't care. Or at least I can't tell you about her yet. Well, not much to be done there, I'm afraid. Not yet. Nefeli was given some hope in the Stormhawk King that I delivered to her. But last I saw, she languished still, despairing at the abandonment of Gideon and his depravity. But we shall return to these matters in due time. For now, we must descend, entering Nokron, the Eternal City. Yep, I tried this once recently. And wound up dying. As it turned out, the jump from that cliffside to this rock here is actually deadly. Damn annoying that was. But... well, we've made it down now. Yep. And we've been robbed of Torrent. And we have yet further down to go, too. Broken floor. I wonder how you were meant to traverse this place without the floor having been obliterated like this. I suppose there must have been an alternative stair somewhere. But, oh, no. God damn it. And right as I get the pop-up for Nokron. Okay, just not my day for falls, apparently. Ay. You know what, with how badly that just went, I'm actually going to go and talk to Develli. I need someone to commiserate with me about that. So let's see if Nepheli is still hidden away in the round table. Okay. So last I saw her, Nepheli was over this way and down these stairs. Yep, she's still here.
In this ash, I can smell the ancient storm. It reminds me of my first hawk. In this ash, it reminds me...
Okay, so the answer is no, not yet. I can't help her yet. Ay ay. Well, the only other figure of interest here is Gostock. But I doubt that he's going to be all that useful. Actually, now that I think on it, I shouldn't have left the round table. Much as I disdain him at this point, I should speak to Gideon. He is the all-knowing, after all.
Now, I suppose I'm free. I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I, mate?
I suppose you can. Though, as I said before, I find your treatment of the dead Godric to be distasteful. And if I were not aware of just how precious your continued existence could be for me, I would kill you where you stand for such barbarity. Again, I have no issue with slaying Godric, but defiling his corpse, that's another matter entirely. By no means are you so wicked as the Dung Eater was. But still, one should show respect for the dead.
You. What is it?
Looks like...
There are 4 more demigods yet to be located. Mikola of the Erdtree, the Unalloyed, his twin, Melania, the undefeated swordswoman, Luna Princess Rani, daughter to Renala, and the one only known as the Lord of Blood. Rani is said to have cast aside her great rune, so here at the Hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. If you should learn anything of these matters, I'll trade your findings for a hidden treasure or a long-lost right, known only to me. We both desire to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. As such, I hope we are compelled to work together. Find the Albert. She hides in a cave, so she knows.
Okay. So alas, Gideon may know something, but will not speak of it to us yet. And we have a whole bunch of bell bearings to give the twin maiden husks. And I'd completely forgotten that we actually can buy crab. Because we have Bogart's bell bearing. Oh well. So I didn't have to spend all my runes buying as much as I could off of him. Oh well. Now, with that all done with, let us return to Nokron. Hopefully, I'll manage to make it all the way down without falling to my death again. But, considering my luck thus far, I don't have high hopes for this going so well. Just isn't my day for it, apparently. Yep. There we go. Let's get Torrent out again. If I've come through for so long trying to get through here, that I've wound up to changing it from day to night to rain and now to sunshine again. I suppose I should be happy about the change. The sunlight ought to make it at least a little easier to see where I'm going. But we'll see whether or not that actually helps me. Now we just drop down here. Almost fall to my death again. Okay. And we've made it to the torrent-free zone again. Now let's pick up our runes. I don't have very many at the moment. I leveled up a few more times. Thought that my FP tally was lacking, so I decided to put a few more points into mind. And I'll be needing the extra mindfulness once I finally have my preferred weapon. But we have a few more adventures, and I very nearly flung myself off a ledge again. Blimey. But this just is not my day. Ugh. Okay. Can I make this jump? Okay, made it. The way things were going, I was expecting to overshoot or undershoot it and fall to my death again. Silver Tear Husk. And the Ghost Flame Torch. I'm pretty sure that's going to be useful. Or potentially useful at any rate. Metal torch that burns with cold ghost flame. Tool of the fallen hawks who prowl the underground rivers. When the band's last embers were used up in their long search, they began to burn the bones of their fellows, acquiring the cold ghost flame, but sealing their fate as dwellers of the underground for all eternity. A grim tale indeed. God damn it. Well, you know what? Bugger off. I'm voting you poor for that. Now you see why I tend to avoid reading messages left by people. 'Cause half the bloody time, it's puerile garbage like that. Some people are genuinely helpful, but then there's crap like that. Ugh, I missed you with one swing. No, you're not getting away. Ah. Okay. I can't dodge for shit today either. You know what, I am so done falling to my death that I am actually just going to waste a spell hitting a guy that I could have just jumped to. Down there is death. And drop down here. And in through the window. And we got a guy hidden away in the corner. Eventually, I will be making use of all of these smithing stones. For the moment, I'm primarily interested in getting the sombers. There are a few weapons that do require the regular smithing stone that I am quite fond of. I'm actually fond of the Godskin Stitcher. That sword. One of the great thrusting swords. It is one of my favorites aesthetically. Okay. Ghost Glovewort 3. I've already got enough of those. The Dung Eater is already past level 3. But it doesn't hurt to have more. And we finally get to our first grace down in the Eternal City. I don't really need to rest yet, but again, I don't trust my luck at the moment. I don't trust it at all. So I'm going to take any opportunity to rest that I can get. And the Ghost Glovewort Picker's bell-bearing. Now, I believe that's +1 through 3 for all Ghost Glovewort ashes. Yes, you archery fellows might have wanted to go for a bit faster rate of fire. But it's far too late to help you now. Ah, and still no torrent. Would be kinda nice to be able to move through this place a little faster. But not allowed as of now. Now these great shields. Number 4. That's quite useful as I still don't have the bell bearing to purchase Somber 3 and 4. I'm going to have to go cave diving to find that. And we will get around to it eventually. But I want to finish Ronnie's story first. There are a few items on Ronnie's questline that I most definitively want to have sooner rather than later. And on that note, you might be wondering then, why did I waste so much time actually beginning this quest in full? After all, I left Radahn alone for a good long while. And even after I slew him... Okay, son of a bitch. I was expecting to be able to poise through and smack him good for hitting me the first time. But then I just wound up getting bastardized and hit several times by him instead. Ay ay. Well, you kind of see how my luck is holding up for me, or isn't holding up for me here. Ay ay. As I was saying, I left Radahn alone for quite a while, even though I was strong enough to kill him. And I also, even after killing Radahn, went elsewhere before entering Nokron. Went all the way to Lindell, despite the fact that I had every opportunity to go straight here. And the reason why is very simple. I wanted the Dung Eater puppet. I do, in fact, hate the Dung Eater. I find him to be odious, utterly disgusting and reprehensible. And so I would gladly slay him given the earliest opportunity. However, once I learned that it was possible to turn him into a puppet, and learned how useful this puppet could be, I decided that was a far more fitting punishment, and far more useful to me in the long run. And therefore, I went well out of my way to make certain I acquired him. Unfortunately, if you advance Ronnie's questline too far, Seluvis dies. A most deserved death, to be sure. But if he does die, you then lose the ability to turn the Dung Eater into a puppet. And speaking of puppets, here we have the Mimic Tier puppet. Or Ash of... well... Mimic Tier Ashes, rather. Now this creature could have been a colossal threat. But all you have to do to completely and utterly neuter him is simply to unequip all your gear, or at least all your weapons. As you see, he's got a fairly good amount of resistance, and a lot of health. But without a useful weapon, he is quite easy to dispose of. Now I will re-equip my gear before carrying on. While it is definitively useful to unequip everything for that fight, it doesn't help me much if I then have to go without my gear elsewhere. Yep, and still no torrent. But I can rest. Don't need it so much for the beating the mimic gave me. Beating. Completely silly word to use for what happened there. With him punching me for so little damage that it barely even appeared on my health bar. But still, some of the swordsmen did mess with me a little. No, you're not getting away. Especially not with a somber 5. And from here we have a good view of Mogwyn's palace. Oh, and don't you worry, I haven't forgotten about Moog either. I will be murdering him most viciously for the depravity that I witnessed in his domain. Ghost Fort 3. Getting a lot of that down here. Now, way below us is Siofra River. A path we've already covered. However, there are regions of Siofra and of Nokron that I have not visited yet. Down there is another misadventure waiting for us. But right now, I will be passing through Nokron. And I shan't be doing overmuch in this region. I might, if I can find enough of the braziers, be going after the ancestral spirit here. But we'll see about that. It'll depend on how well I can remember where they all are. After all, several of these are tucked away in awkward places. And we do have the enemies to consider here. Yep, these guys are a bit tougher than the spirit forms that we encountered on Lower Siofra River. And that will go also for the ancient spirit here. Come on. Okay. Again, I made the mistake. 2 mistakes, in fact. I'll use the Taker's cameo to start recovering a bit. But the second mistake, and more annoying, was the fact that I thought that I would be able to get off a swing of my sword in between his attacks. The answer to that is no, I can't. And because I made that error, I'm now sitting at below half health. I quite like the song of the shamans. But I am not fond of how they buff their surrounding enemies. Oh, and I ended up murdering all the deer by accident. Not very happy about that, if I'm honest. Going to go around and kill the shaman before I deal with her minions. No reason to let her have an advantage. Oh, and I missed the backstab. Oh, and I got the shaman fur. Got both the unique items off of her. The first kill, one kill each. Not bad luck, for that at least. That's another brazier lit. And over this way, we have our path to continue Ronnie's quest. But, yeah. I think I will light all the braziers and slay that wolf of Radigan. It's interesting to find something like that just wandering this place. I wonder how much influence Radigan actually had on this creature. Whether it is a natural beast at all anymore. Oh, we're trading. Ow. And we managed to trade mostly evenly. Ow. That would have been cool if I could have killed him mid-air like that, but, oh. Ow. Okay. Ay. Well, that went rather badly. I started off trading hits with him, which wasn't exactly a bright idea. But then, I was hopeful I could manage to kill him in spite of it. But it didn't work out so well. Waters beneath the world. And yet it's higher water level than the Siofra River Valley below us. I do have to wonder where the shore is for that. Now we have more awful rats. Yeah, I really can't be bothered to deal with rats. Not 1v1ing them anyway. Even though that's exactly what I just wound up doing. I do believe there's at least one more brazier that needs lighting. Enchanted shot, eh? Now, let's see if we can't find that last brazier right quick. I think it's up in the trees over here. We have a hidden path, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. We will be coming back for that, of course. Let's see, looks like we might have a path leading upwards a little. But not helpful at the moment. A very long fall down there. And it certainly wouldn't help us to die at the moment. And over here we have a nice little goodie for having taken the peril of this road through the sky. Model necklace +1. I don't think there are any other items all the way up here. So, let's go back down here. No, not here. Unless... No. Perhaps this way? Oh. Generally a good sign to find more of these beasts, as they tend to guard the braziers. The Hallowhorn Grounds. Yet another of these ancient, well, deer, elk, moose type things. Oh, and I am literally just missing one brazier. Great. Definitely won't be all the way down there. Not down at the base of the old Siofra River. Okay, got that one. There's a couple that I didn't deal with yet. Oh, and if you were wondering whether that was Mohg's palace... yeah. The guy beseeching the Lord of Blood for a seat at the table of the dynasty. Long live the Mohgwyn dynasty. No, that I will not have. I simply refuse to leave that wretched abomination alive. And not merely for the materialistic reasons of wanting his spear or his robes, but for the moral reason that he is a monster of unforgivable depravity. Similar to Rykard and a few others we might name by now. Another item. Item, I say, and then pick up gold-tinged excrement. Ugh. I do wish to be careful. It wouldn't do to have cleared out this region only to die from a misstep and a fall. Yay. Up above, perhaps? No, not this way. That continues into Nokron proper. Lit that one. Every single time that I have come down here and tried to activate all the braziers to summon the spirit, I've always managed somehow to wind up completely missing at least one brazier and becoming annoyed with just how long I've been unable to find it. And now seems to be exactly no exception to that. Are they marked on the map by any chance? Not really. Not that I can see. Oh. No. Blimey. Well, I found it. Ugh. It was right behind the first corpse. No wonder I didn't bloody see it. It blended in with the rest. Ugh. Oh well. At least I didn't waste a full hour just looking for that bastard thing. Now, while I'm here, I might as well kill the spirit. The horned remains. We'll see how well this goes for me. I do love the atmosphere of this, though. Ooh, my magic is hitting a fair bit harder than I guessed. Oh, you got all your health back. Damn it. And my dung eater is half dead. And I've been burning through my flasks. Well, I suppose on the plus side, I get to enjoy this fight longer. Ow. Although that doesn't mean I'm willing to let you kill me. I'm not that enamored with your fighting that I'd be willing to get this begun all over again. Let's hope you don't fully recover yet again. No, I'm done with you. Ay. Well, that was a bit of an ordeal. But managed to kill him. Without making a complete fool of myself, at least. Certainly a better run than I had with getting down here, that's for sure. And because we have some time left, I might as well enter Nokron proper. Though, I'm going to have to rest at a grace before I head out. Especially now that we have all of the enemies of this area alive and well again. Because I suppose entering the domain of the ancestral spirit, I'll reinvigorated everything else as if I rested at a grace. Don't appreciate that. Just imagine if I really had suffered badly when fighting him. How unfortunate my lot would be if I then had to deal... And I walk right off the edge. God damn, again? I said this wasn't my day for ledges. And proof positive, there you have it. What a waste. Granted, 80,000 runes isn't enough to level me up even once anymore. Hell, it isn't even enough to level halfway to one level up anymore. But still... Okay. Still just the principle of the thing. I am very glad that they improved the jumping mechanics. Could you imagine how terrible this place would be if you were still jumping like you were back in Dark Souls 1? Oh my god! Oh! Same result, if you were jumping Dark Souls 1 style. I thought taking it at a run would do the trick, but nope. Still fell bloody short. I forget, was there... No, nothing over that way. Aye, Knight's Sacred Ground. A sacred night. Reminds me at once of Ronnie, associated with the moon. Nope, I am not putting up with you. You lot are not stopping me now. Okay. Great big old person in the chair there. We'll jump across just to see. Yep, nothing down that way. We'll carry on this way, because I believe there's a hidden thing all the way back here. No, just nascent butterfly. Still useful, but not really a grandiose discovery. Now we cross the broken wall here and enter a chapel of a sort. Black wet blade. Not willing to put up with your shenanigans, little scarab. And I have plenty of stone sword keys. Come on. And an actual chest to open for a change. To get the Mimic Tier Ashes. That right there? In the top 3 Spirit Ashes. Used to be that it was undisputably number 1. But it was nerfed rather viciously. But even so, it is quite good. The only ones that compete with it are the Dung Eater and Black Knife Tiche, I would say. Personally, I tend to prefer Black Knife Tiche. Or the Dung Eater. Because the Dung Eater provides a hefty debuff to every enemy you fight. Okay. God damn it, you were annoying. Bloody obnoxious with the stabbing. I just couldn't seem to land a hit on her either. Ugh, made that far more annoying than it had any right to be. So I'm actually gonna rest up after that. But our trip is almost concluded. We've almost reached our goal. We just need to get through these other mimics. Not that they're going to make that easy for us. Okay. The Taker's cameo, at least, is making this slightly easier by healing us. And accidentally locked on to the different target mid-swing. Jump straight over him. Can I hit him, I ask? The answer is no. Ow. And walked right out of my reach. Ay ay. Kind of wish you actually dropped something worthwhile. But no matter. You're dead and gone. And that's enough for now. Hey. Now on to the true reason we came down here. The Finger Slayer Blade, and a great ghost glovewort. The glovewort alone would have been worth the trip. But the Finger Slayer Blade. Now that is an item of true value. The hidden treasure of the eternal city of Nokron. A blade said to have been born of a corpse. This blood-drenched fetish is proof of the high treason committed by the Eternal City, and symbolizes its downfall. Cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but is said to be able to harm the Greater Will and its vassals. And this was what Rani wished for from the beginning. And we will indeed deliver it to her. But I'm afraid I'm going to make you all wait until the next episode for that upheaval. So, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.